Welcome back to the Unlucky Prospector. All right, we were going to go do some mullock heaps and on the way here, but I had a change of mind and I thought I can't leave this wall. I've done 2 vids on this wall and I was just like, yeah, what if, what if? So I thought the mullock heaps can wait. So I was going to do a video on mullock heaps, but that one we'll have to make another day. I got yeah, a little bit excited and thought, yep, let's go get some gold. A bit of ironstony or a bit dirty or something on the other side, but she's decent. Like, definitely got gold in that. This has been on my mind since I last got here on the last dig. I've been digging here twice already. I just had a little bit more of a dig. So there is some quartz right here. Back to dirt. I'm going to get all of this out. It's not making a tone, but we'll see if there's anything behind it. You never know. Some pieces have a very small bit and you have to get onto the other side of it. Another thing I have to watch out for is this top here, so it doesn't fall down. I have knocked some of it off earlier. A couple of nice pieces coming out now. And there we go, there's still more in here. And here too. It's getting a bit, okay. Just takes one bit to make you happy, eh? I heard a tone just then. So let's not rush that. We just find the bit that's making the tone and take that. Put all this down. Okay. Proving a bit harder to find. Hopefully I haven't scooped it up and through in it. Which I have. What can I say? That sucks. I had the target over here, and I really should have been putting the scoops into a little pile. I thought I was going to get it on top there. I was a bit too confident, so I was just flicking out, and went to go do a rescan, so I couldn't find it in the scoop, and it was gone. I did check all the ground around here where I'm sitting, and that's just my fault. I should have been putting it onto a pile, so I got a bit too overconfident that I was going to find one, and kind of, who knows where it went, but it's gone. So yeah, I'm going to have to keep on chipping away at this and be a little bit more careful. It's quite early in the morning still, so what do? You can only do what you can, and keep going. A bit of a downer. I guess it happens to the best of us. You learn from that one next time. Maybe you won't. This is I'm going to get these quartz pieces out here. That went flying. Going to put it back up there just in case. All right. Nice little bits here. Oh yeah. I reckon this one's gonna make all this drop out, but there's quartz here still. There's little bits, but it's all right. It won't be as heavy to carry it out if it does make a tone, eh? There's more behind here. So they were like online, some people were saying that these smaller feeder veins can actually hold pretty good gold. So I'll take it all out. I stopped that one with my foot, didn't I? Yeah. I'm saying smaller quartz. I've got to stop and scan it, just in case. Then I'll give it a little kick around and scan it again. And then I have to rake all this off. There is more quartz in there. Nearly done all the top bit. Then I'm going to start working my way down. I haven't had any more tones other than that first one. So I've been hard at it for about an hour and a half. I found that little thin vein behind the rest of this stuff that I've been digging out for a while. We'll just go back a little bit so you can get an idea. All of this, if you've seen my other couple of videos, part 1 and part 2, you would have seen the start and the last part. So let's have a look here. Obviously, we're just going to come in. There's still quartz behind that. See those white bits? So I've dug out all in here, and the quartz was falling off little bits here, and it comes down around here. And now I've come to this bit here, and that's a nice big piece. But yeah, it's pretty hard going. You got to knock all of this stuff and try and scrape it in there. And if you just try and scrape it in there, it looks soft, but when this stuff hits your hands, it just rips it up. I should have brought some gloves. That's a lesson. So it looks like it's coming from here down here, right? And then there was a big part that went up there, in there. But I think it's coming here and into there. I can see a little piece of quartz. And then down here, I think it runs down here. So all of this, but that's going to take a long time to try and get out. So we did have that first target tone, but nothing really since. But we're going to have a look into here, and it looks like it runs into here. But I reckon it's going to keep going like that way as well, up the top, into a couple of areas. I'm going to try here for a little bit longer, but it does take it out of you. So what would you guys do? Would you continue on and keep trying this area? I do want to have a look at a couple of mullock heaps as well before I leave, just so I don't really exhaust myself. I do have a night shift on tonight, and I did last night and had a quick 4-hour sleep and drove out here. Finally something happened, guys. I thought I'd do a bit of a tidy up of the floor and give it a scan, and I got a little piece here and I broke it away from all this ironstone stuff. Now I've had a look at it and I did see a little bit, so I'm going to give it another mouthwash. Bit of a bite, see what happens. See, not in that bit. I just don't want to lose it, but there is gold in this. I just want to take some away, see if it's actually just a real small bit, or if it's going to be like a proper nug, you know. If it's a nug, then everything that I've just done for me has paid itself off. So that's just the bit there that I found. You can probably see just behind it somewhere there's another little piece of gold, like a little flake there. It's not too bad. I'm going to give it another scan, but I was feeling that, yeah, I wasn't going to find today, and just when you got that feeling, it all happens. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time here, another hour or so. Just flipped over there, you can see that gold there as well. That'll probably get crushed when I get home. So I don't know. I've been going pretty hard at it. I can't probably dig in any more there unless I get this top off here, I reckon. Because that goes in a fair bit. That probably doesn't do it justice on camera, but if you go in any more, that might fall. I'll come in here, as I said before, trying to whack away that bit of quartz in there that comes down to here, and then I've been swapping over and going a bit lower. I did find that little piece of gold before and I missed that target, so that tells me there is stuff here, but like, how much do you have to bloody dig? You know, where's it gonna produce a touch more? So yeah, we're gonna keep going with this spot a little bit and just take what we can. Anything that gives us a signal. You wouldn't want to do all this work and then some Joe Blow finding it and going, oh, look at this, and next minute, yeah, he gets a good one. So who knows? Let's keep digging. So I've opened up all this here, and there's a whole vein coming up here. It does run up to the top like you saw just before. It is quite thin. I've got to work around it. Pop these pieces of quartz out. This was a bit off plan of what I was going to do today, but I couldn't help myself. I don't mind a bit of hard work, that's okay. Sometimes things happen when you don't plan it, but look, I'm happy. I got one piece of gold. I've had worse days, eh? The time is roughly 9:30 in the morning. So I've been here 2.5 hours. So for one small piece of gold. But that's okay. I've walked through the bush before for 2.5 hours with nothing. So you got to be a bit positive about this. That's what my wife says. Don't be negative. So let's be positive. Got to keep an eye up there, make sure nothing's going to drop on my head. I might have to take a seat. Now it appears that it's still going. There's few darker bits in here. I kind of like the darker bits because that seems to be in this area of what mostly has provided the gold. Oh, it's still going. Get all those little crummy bits. Anything that I can get out. We want to get out, right? It's still going in there though. Human excavator. Seriously. Oh yeah, she's in there tight, eh? Oh, heap just fell out of there. Oh yeah. I think there's more in here. Just little bits. Putting in a big effort. No, if you guys would kind of put in this much effort, or let me know. Pretty optimistic. I always think it could be that next one that I scan, you know. And then you forget about all this hard work that you did. There's more in there. Yeah, you forget about all the hard work that you did. So this is probably that deep in. So let's see on the pick. So you couldn't probably get that much more unless we put some really hard work into it and ripped off either side of it. As you can see, it's just doing a little bits and trying to strategically remove it by hitting some of the dirt away on each side. That's probably my best bet, I think. Rather than giving it a whack and potentially missing and hitting your hands and stuff like that. I'll be wearing a couple of band-aids tonight at work, that's for sure. Got myself twice. Well, I didn't get myself. The rocks flew out and kind of got my hand. So I'm being a bit more cautious and taking less haymaker swings on this. If that makes sense. There's more quartz in there. Come on, you. So there's more there, and it's going to run up into here where that other big bit is up the top. Should have, I don't know. What do you reckon? Maybe I'll have to do that on the future video. Check out the mullock heaps around here and see if take a couple of inches off it and then give it a scan and see if anything comes up. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know if you'd like to see a video about that. I might check 1 or 2 mullock heaps and yeah, really work it. You could think that, you know, maybe over the years on the mullock heap that there could be 2 centimetres worth of new stuff. So you'd have to scrape down a couple of centimetres and then start scanning. The only thing I find with mullock heaps is that you do get the split shots and stuff like that as well, because they're on higher ground and, you know, it's just part of it, I guess. But, you know, let's get this bit out here and then I'm going to have to even it out and maybe give it a scan. Because if you have too much, especially if it's small, you're going to miss it. And then you're digging for nothing. It goes in here too. Look at that. Come on, get you. I'm usually not the type of person that's so patient. I do, yeah, get a bit. How you going? Especially, like, I'm not the type of guy that goes fixing things and stuff like that, I'll probably end up smashing it. But with this hobby, it just seems that my patience is a little better. I don't know if it's because there's a potential reward at the end, or it seems to not worry me as much. There's nothing there. I'm going to have to scrape all this back. Well, I'm a little bit tired, so I'm going to stop for a quick break. This is where I'm at. I've really gotten in there. The pit can't fit in there anymore, eh? And it comes all the way up to the top. I reckon this place, the wall here, ripped out all in there. So all quartz was in there. A little bit more in there. Could have gone right in behind. See those little white bits? That'll be more quartz behind there. But it's kind of thinning out. So check this out. Yeah, I said that I was going to check out some mullock heaps on the way back in my outro, but I'm gonna cut this in before my outro. So here there are a few piles. As you can see, I scraped off all the green stuff and I got a tone, and check this out. Nice one there, 100%. And that was in my first scrape. So I'm like, maybe I need to explore this a little bit more. I'm going to pick that one up. It does have a bit of ironstony or a bit dirty or something on the other side, but she's decent. Like, definitely got gold in that. And I'll come and show you exactly how much I only scraped. Just that one little bit there. And I'll come up here and I thought, oh yeah, I just checked the top, and sure enough, she's given us gold. So I'm going to do a little bit more here, and then I'm going to save this spot, and might have to spend a little bit of time and check it out a bit properly and learn these mullock heaps. So there's a bunch of them, and I was assuming that the top ones would have been waste, and as you get further down they would be more productive. That's my idea of it, but we're going to put that to the test one day in a video coming soon. Yeah, right. So as you've seen, we lost that first one. That was my fault. I have to take that one on the chin, guys. We did redeem ourselves with that one little bit. I'm going to crush that in the dolly pot and real lightly, and see what it kind of comes out like. But it did have colour, as you saw. Now we're going to head out this way and have a look at a couple of mullock heaps. Originally we were going to do a mullock heap video and looking for gold in mullock heaps, but that one's going to have to wait. I just couldn't help myself. I had to like finish that wall over there. I reckon she's done, guys. What do you reckon? Let us know in comments if you think that wall is kaput. I think so. So we're going to have to change tactics. I'm sticking around here for a little bit. I'm going to have a look at a couple of mullock heaps. Let us know what kind of videos you like to watch, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel. If you know somebody who you think would be enjoying to watch this kind of stuff, well, send them along. And don't forget, sometimes that's the way it is when you're the unlucky prospector.